Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Saturday, May 28th slate of MLB action. Excuse me, I almost said NBA, but we don't have any NBA games on, unfortunately. But we do have some MLB games on today, so that is what we're going to be diving into. We do have 3 plays from there. We have an absolutely full slate of baseball starting at noon, going all the way through the night, and I'm really excited to watch some baseball tomorrow. As you guys have known, I said it in 2 videos ago because, long story short, my brother, he did just graduate from high school, so it has been a little bit crazy, which is why, hence, I'm in the closet as of right now, and as soon as my grandparents do leave, then I will be going back downstairs to my actual PC setup, so it won't be looking like this. I am just recording on my MacBook, so that is the reason, 1, that it looks so bad, and 2, that is the reason why it probably sounds so bad. So I do apologize for that, but without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive into it. The only other thing that I did want to go ahead and address was, as of yesterday's video, I put it in my community tab, but I don't know how many of you guys have actually seen it. For some reason, I uploaded my video, and whenever I uploaded it, it had some sort of weird audio glitch where it played the last like 10 seconds of my video audio-wise, but video-wise, it started from the beginning. And everything after like the first 10 to 15 seconds was completely cut out. Like there was no audio for the last like 5 or 6 minutes of the video. Not sure what that's about. We're going to go ahead and try this again. Hopefully it does end up working out this time. But you know, I can't make any promises. I truly have never seen that happen. It was very, very weird. I know that my editor is using a new editing software, so potentially it could be something with that, but I really don't know. So we'll go ahead and do a quick recap of yesterday. It's going to be super, super quick because we did have the Cleveland and Detroit under 7 runs. The game gets postponed, so we'll never really know if that one ended up working out for us, but our one lonesome NBA play ended up falling just short. We did have PJ Tucker over 7.5 rebounds plus assists. Unfortunately, PJ Tucker did get into a little bit of foul trouble, and so it did limit him from the actual minutes that he would have normally played for the game. So I think that we had a pretty good read on the game. It's just unfortunately he did get into foul trouble. I think he finished with 6, I believe. So he wasn't too far off. He was about 2 rebounds plus assists short. He only finished with 1 assist. So there's not really too much you can do when it's a rebound plus assist prop. Doesn't really get any assists. That's going to be very tough to hit. So that one did not end up working out for us. We ended up falling just too short. So hopefully we can go ahead and bounce back today and we can have a really good day in the MLB. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Our first play of the day, we're taking Texas and Oakland under 7.5 runs at plus 100 odds. Now, if you take a look at it, Texas on the road this year has not really been great when it comes to getting hits and getting runs just in general. They are 14-6-1 to the under on the road, and kind of a similar situation for Oakland at home. Oakland at home, they are 11-7-3 to the under at home, so cashing once again more often than not. I'll definitely take my odds with that one. Also, Oakland here recently has kind of been struggling here. They have gone under in 2 straight games. I don't really know if that's going to continue, but I think that it will throughout the duration of this series. Also, Oakland, following a loss, which they did just have here recently, they are 17-6-4 to the under, which after a loss, which I think is just a ton of value there. Anytime that they do lose, a lot of times they have a very tough game the next game, especially when it comes to scoring runs. So we're going to be definitely using that stat to our advantage. Also, this is another crazy stat. Texas has either gone under or pushed in 7 straight games. Now, obviously, this game can't push because it is at 7.5 as of right now, or at least at the time that I'm recording this. It could bump up to 8. It could bounce down to 7. But as of right now, it's set at 7.5, so there can't be a push. But if they've gone under or pushed in 7 straight games, hopefully we can stretch that out to 8. So that is going to be our first play of the day. Texas and Oakland under 7.5 runs at plus 100 odds. Now, for our second play of the day, we're going to be taking the Mets money line here versus Philadelphia at minus 125 odds. Now, the Mets, they have been a very, very good team here at home. They are 13-8 at home this year, so they definitely are a very solid team in front of their home crowd. And Philadelphia on the road has struggled this year. They are 10-11 on the road, so, you know, cashing more or losing more often than winning. Also, The Mets have lost 2 straight games. Now, we all know the Mets have a tremendous record this year. They have been an absolute powerhouse. They, well, maybe not a powerhouse. That might have been a little bit of a stretch. But they have been a very, very solid team here, especially record-wise. I don't foresee them losing 3 straight. I would be very, very shocked if they did. And I will gladly take my loss if they end up losing 3 straight, but I just don't really foresee that happening. They have lost in 2 straight games. I think that this is a tremendous bounce back spot here for the Mets, and this is the crazy stat. The Mets, after a loss, are 14-2. So they barely lose 2 in a row. They have only done it twice this year, and so I don't really foresee that happening once again. So hopefully that does end up working out for us. And also Philadelphia, following a win, has not been great either. They are just 9-11 after a win. So once again, definitely not the best, especially after a win. They don't really like to go on those win streaks, but the Mets, they really love to bounce back after a loss. So hopefully that one does end up working out for us. I would say that this is probably one of my most confident plays here. So we're going to be riding with it. Mets money line here versus Philadelphia at -125 odds. Now, for our third and final MLB play of the day, we're taking another Nerfy. This one, the last one that we did have was the Blue Jays and the Angels. There was literally only 1 hit in the first inning out of both teams, and it was a home run. So that was just very, very unfortunate. It was by Springer, actually. So Springer, he ended up hitting that home run. But we are going back to another Nerfy, but I really like this one. This one is, you know, very, very solid for sure. So we're riding with it. Miami and Atlanta, no run first inning at -125 odds. Now, if you take a look at it, Miami, they have had the 3rd fewest first inning runs in the entire MLB. So they are so close to last in first inning runs. So they definitely don't do a great job of scoring runs in the first inning. And Atlanta, on the flip side of things, they are 4th fewest. So both of these teams do not score a lot of runs in the first inning. So they both have just been very, very poor in the first inning at getting anything going. And also Atlanta, they do average 0.28 runs per game in the first inning at home and 0.3 on the road. So they do average just slightly. It's not a huge edge, but they do slightly score fewer runs in the first inning at home as opposed to on the road. And Miami, they're the exact opposite. On the road, they average 0.25 first inning runs and 0.32 at home. So they average a ton more, or not a ton. They do average more runs at home in the first inning than on the road. And so we are going to be riding with it. And Sandy Alcantara versus Atlanta has a 0.0 ERA with 9 innings pitched. So hopefully he can keep that hot streak up versus Atlanta. I definitely think he can. The part that worries me is for Atlanta, they are going to have Tucker Davidson on the mound, who has had an atrocious start to the year. So hopefully he can just get through the first inning for us. That's all we're asking. But that is going to be our third and final play of the day. Miami and Atlanta, no run first inning at -125 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys are subbed. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Center signing out. Peace.